Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Partaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusantatami Bhagavad Geete Bhavatmeshini. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanisadai Gayanti Yam Samaka Dhyanavastita Tadghatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Verse 20. Na prahrishet priyam prapya nodvijet prapya cha priyam stira buddhirasam mudaha brahmavid brahmani stitaha bhakya sparsheshva saktatma vindatyatmani yatsukam sabrahma yoga yuktatma sukamakshayam ashnute. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkayonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Here the attempt of Bhagavan Sri Krishna is to not show the world as nothing but a painful existence, but the way to make our mind available to ourselves is to show the limitation of the worldly experiences. It is not to become negative, not to show a dark picture of life, but the intention is understand there is limitation. That's why he says, Ye samsparshaja bhogaha. All experiences in this world are born out of contact of the world by the senses. If, let us say, a rasgulla is kept there on a bowl, by looking at it, you will not get the taste of it. It has to land in your tongue. Or you have to go there and hold it in your soft. It has no smell, of course, it's soft. Then you have to slowly put it in your mouth. Huh? So then the taste of the Rasgulla will be experienced by you. So there should be a sense contact. If there is a flower, beautiful flower is there, and the smell of it, unless it reaches your nose, you will not experience the real enjoyment of that flower. Nowadays, flower you put it inside the nose also, there is no smell. So you have to spray some perfume and then experience it. Food also, taste is already gone. Then you have to put all the masala and this and that and make it tasty. Or ghee. Samsparsha, touch. Samsparshaja, born of. Bhogaha, all experiences born of contact. Dukkha yone. It is actually not really a joy. In one place, Patanjali Yoga Sutras very beautifully point out this one, that the beginning of an experience, during experience, end of an experience, all of them has got certain amount of pain. Before the experience begins, you have anxiety whether you get it or not. Huh? That is born out of samskar. Samskar means what? You have had that experience before and you want to repeat it. And therefore there is an anxiety whether I get it or not, whether I get it or not. For example, let us say you have decided to go for a vacation this summer to Alaska. Cruise. So you have been working for months together and then you have collected money and then you already deposit the money and then you are very anxious to go. And it's interesting to note that any joy that you experience is also due to certain amount of attachment only. It is that attachment alone that brings you joy. In that very attachment so alone it brings you pain also. So when you are so anxious to go and let us say you land, what is that place where you actually? Anchorage. You anchor there. Go there. And then the list of people who are supposed to get into the ship and then you have registered for or you have paid money for a balcony. And then when you go there, sir, what's your name? Mehta. Name is not there. You get so upset. What do you mean? 4 or 5 months back I paid the money and you are saying no name. What's your spelling, sir? M-E-H-T-A. Oh, they have put M-E-T-T-A here. Meta. Anyway, so first anxiety is overcome. You got the name all right. Okay, sir, which cabin you again? Bottommost. See, the more you get attached, more pain you get it. What do you mean? I have asked for a balcony. Oh, sorry, sir, it's all full. I don't know why. The easiest way the excuse is computer messed up. You get to very anxious. I want to see your manager, the supervisor, that one. Sir, one cancellation is there in the balcony. Can I give? Oh, yes, of course. You have to pay $500 extra. Because you paid at that time at a discounted price. Now it doesn't work, sir. And your wife is saying, you. And children also saying, no, balcony, no, you don't see anything. Okay, pay $500 extra. Got in slowly. And you are anxious, you took all your luggage and then landed inside that cabin and then you opened the window and see all dark clouded, it's raining. See, every time your expectations are something and then it is not met with. So, to get into an experience, the anxiety itself is of so much of pain. And if it is met, then it is joy. If it is not met. And then they say, let us say you started, first day is all sail. You're so excited. You went all around, there is a casino inside, then dancing hall, then swimming pool, this and that. And as though you have never eaten for 25 months there, you ate so much. Then next day onwards, next to 3-4 days, you are next to the restroom sitting there. Can't do a thing. Dysentery. Nothing can enter there after that. It's called dysentery. Now, I am giving an exaggerated idea. What I mean is that even for getting into an experience is the anxiety. While being there, and the last 2 days, I have to go back, I have to go. The loss of experience. So, about the future you are anxious, there is agitation. While being there, there is this disappointment of losing it within a short time, because everything is temporary. Let's say, Adi Antavanta Kaunteya. It has Adi and it has Anta, beginning and end. And it's, let us say, over, it is over, you come back to your regular routine. Consequence of that, I know when is the next time I can go. So about the past, about the present, about the future, in all aspects there is a very little glimpses of joy. Any sensory experience therefore can bring about only temporary experience of joy. And even the temporary joy, according to there is a Upanishad called Mandukya. In that, the commentator, Gaudapada, he has written a Karika, 1000 verses on that. In that, he very clearly says, Ado antecha yannasti vartamanepi tattata. That which is apparently not there in the beginning, that which is surely not there at the end, even when you are experiencing, actually it is not there. Ado ante cha yat na asti vartamane api tattata. It's only for a temporary, very short period of time you have an illusion of experience. So Krishna says, any sensory contact therefore can give you a certain amount of experience, but understand, it begins and it has necessarily end. Adyantavantak kaunteya. Therefore, Buddha na teshu ramate. Men of wisdom don't get too much indulged in this. Na ramate. They won't get excited about it. Ram means to get excited or enjoy, not the rum which you people have. That's another rum. This is, root word is the same, ram. From there only Ramana, Rama, the word, all of them came. Rama, na ramate teshu buddha. Men of wisdom won't get too much excited and exhilarated about it. Why? Because they know beginning is there, end is there. So any sense-born, sensory-born experience is potentially, it is not painful, potentially painful. It depends upon how you look at it. If you look at it as an illusory, then it cannot cause pain. Gurudev used to give a beautiful example for that. When he was a journalist and he was not a Swami at that time. And he and his friend happened to go walking on a late Sunday evening. They were walking in Chennai. So as they were walking, a friend was asking this question. Hey, I have a very philosophical question to ask you. Gurudev asked, what is it? No, that came Balakrishna Menon. What is it? Why are we here? No, why are you asking such questions to me? You should ask some sadhu. No, I want to know you because you are an intelligent thinker. You think about many things and social issues. So tell me, why are we here? Why are we here? We have to enjoy, eat on Sunday, so we go to a hotel, eat or watch a movie. Yeah. Why? That's what we are here. I'm not satisfied with that answer. As they were walking, they saw a huge billboard of a movie. Why not we just go to the movie? That friend said. Okay, let us go. The movie had already started, so they were somehow in the dark. They somehow went inside and sat in that allotted chair. And this friend of his got so engrossed in that movie completely. When the hero danced, he also almost danced. When the heroine cried, he also cried. He was so engrossed in that movie. And as it just 20 minutes passed by, our Gurudev just touched him. Hey, what is it? Why are we here? Watch the movie. It's so beautiful, so nice. Watch. After some time, hey, why are we here? Shut up! If you don't like the movie, you get out. I want to watch the movie. And then there was a big tragedy in that movie. He was crying. Why are we here? He said, you better get out now. So he walked out of that movie theatre and then he went out looking at. Then fellow came out and went up. I am not going to go to movie anymore with you. Such a nice movie as experience, and why are you disturbing? You asked the question to me before went to the movie. Yes. Now when you are in the movie, I asked the same question, why are you agitated? But I was so caught up in the movie. When you are caught up in the movie, you don't even realize that you are in the movie. You see? When you are in the movie theatre, it's fully involved in that story and the storyline and then the characters and etc., you forgot that you are only watching a movie. Where you cried when then there is a tragedy, when you laughed there is some joke there. In the same way, in this world, when we are so caught up in the daily happenings and temporary situations, if only we ask the question, is it real? Is this here I am for? We don't ask the question. And if you ask the question, you realize it is just temporary situation passing by. Even this will pass away. Whether it is a tragedy or comedy, success or a failure, achievement or a disappointment, pass. So, therefore, anything that is subject to experience, such should be experienced by us, Adi, Antavanta Kaunteya, beginning and an end. Therefore, Buddha teshu naramate. Men of wisdom do not get caught up in that. And one of the very great commentator of Gita, he says that men of wisdom are sensitive about this. Sensitive means they are alert about this. And he gives a beautiful example, like that of the eyeball. If anything that comes very close to it, do you do that? Any other part of the body you don't do that as much as you do, as much as it comes to the eyeball, immediately. Why? Even a small dust get into your eyes, what do? Until it gets out, you're not happy with this. Especially those who are wearing the contact lenses. As they are walking, tears will come out of it because something moved. So how sensitive is this eyeball? Even with a little dust, it is not ready to bear. So also the mind of a man of wisdom, as even they notice the possibility of it getting caught into them, now immediately they will know this is not right. That sensitivity has to come. That is sadhana. Moment you know that you are being caught up in that maya, that jala of maya, the net of maya. Moment you know you are likely to be caught in that, becoming alert. So therefore, Buddha teshu naramate. They don't get too much involved in that. This does not mean one should not experience the world. That is not the point. Just like you use the fire all right for cooking, but you don't put your hand in that, do you? Today I want to know whether it will really burn. What is that? It has changed. Yesterday it was burning, today it may not. Every moment, any time, anybody puts the hand in the fire, it will burn. Why? That is its dharma. Its nature is that. In the same way, the nature of worldly contacts is adiyantavantah. It has a beginning, it has an end. Whether it's the most beautiful experience or most tragic one, is the same. When we don't know that, when we are unable to comprehend it correctly, when we are not able to handle it with the right contact, then we tend to have, even if it is a sorrowful experience, we go on lingering out that years together. It should not have happened. It should not have happened. Keep going. Move on. Charai Vedi. Keep going. Never get caught anywhere. Adi antavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Ehi samsparsha. So it is not showing a dark picture of life, it is an intelligent approach to life. Knowing the nature of a thing, that's why last time also I said Vedanta is not pessimistic or optimistic, it is realistic. Realistic is what? What is a fact you accept without prejudice, with no emotions involved in that. Black is black, white is white, sun is hot. These are all facts and you see it, know it, have a right contact with that. Instead of exaggerating as pessimistically, optimistically or pessimistically, one should not leave the truth. So that is why it is often said in the Upanishad, Satyam or the truth is that it is not according to anybody. The nature of Satyam is, it is. And knowing it as it is not according to somebody. It is not Vastu Vishesha, it is Vastu Vishesha, not Purusha Vishesha. It is not according to the way you think, it is what it is. So therefore, realistic picture of life is what Krishna is portraying here. And in the next verse, he gives the technique to be happy or the secret for happiness. Such a beautiful verse here. Everybody wants happiness, no doubt. But what is the secret of that happiness? Now you see here. Shaknoti haivaya sodum praksharira vimokshanat kamakrododbhavam vegam sayukta sasuki naraha Shaknoti haiva yasodum praksharira vimokshanat kamakrodhodbhavam vegam sayuktas sasuki naraha. Iha eva yaha kamakrodhodbhavam vegam sodum shaknoti sayuktaha Sasuki Naraha. He, whoever he be, Iha, meaning in this very world itself, not Amutra, not afterwards, not in the heavens, not anywhere else, here, in this very world while you are living in this physical body, is capable Sodum Shaknoti, Sahishnum Shaknoti, to able to bear, withstand, tolerate what? Vegam, the force of what? Kama, Krodha, Udbhavam. Withstand the force of passion and anger. Such a person is sure to be happy in this world. No doubt about that. Such a practical idea. He doesn't say, God will give you happiness. God is not giving you any happiness. You yourself claim your right to be happy. When? when you are ready to bear, withstand the force of passion and anger. They are not two things, actually there is only one. And that is the one which is causing all chaos in this world. All people who commit any form of sin is because of that. That's why in 3rd chapter Krishna was asked this question by Arjuna. Atakena prayukto yam papam charati purushaha anichannapi vashneya baladiva niyojitaha. Why is that people commit sin even though they know that it is not right? Anichannapi, even though they don't like to do it, baladiva, as though forced, niyojitaha, engaging. Atakena. Why? Prayukta. Forced by what? Krishna says, kama yesha, krodha yesha. It is passion, it itself is anger, rajoguna samudbhava. Born out of rajas, mahashano mahapapma is a great devourer and greatest sinner. Vidhi enam iha vairinam. That is the greatest enemy of all people here. The desire itself is the anger. Because you cannot be angry about something which you don't care about. Do you? Your neighbor's son is making a mistake. Are you bothered about that? Let him do. His father needs a punishment. Let him do that. Or your brother-in-law's son. You don't care. But if you want, how dare you do it? And your wife says, it's after all your son. Like that. So when it comes me and mine, the attachment is that. When that is shaken up, as I said, when the desired thing is not available to you, or what you desire to see doesn't happen, anger. In fact, that another place very beautifully Krishna says, there are 3 gateways to hell. Naragasya idam trividam dwaram. There are 3 doorways to hell. Kama, krodha, tata lobha. Tasmad edat trayam tyajet. Trividam naragasya idam dwaram nashidam atmanaha. Kama, krodha, tata lobha. Tasmad edat trayam tyajet. So in every place, possible place, he brings that point. Kama, krodha, kama, krodha, kama, krodha. Desire and anger, D and anger, danger. D and anger, become danger. So the most dangerous thing that is there with us and we do not know when it will manifest. It is not you decided to be desiring. You decide your desire? Tell me. I want to decide about what to desire. The desire is not somebody's decision. It comes to you without even knowing it. It's because of what has been experienced by you in the past. Whatever be the experience of the past which are knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously has become a part of your impressions, the desires are nothing but the expressions of the vasanas. So therefore, these are already there in our personality which is unmanifest. Your own children, when they are young, they don't manifest their intense desires. You don't know. That's why they look like angels. Oh, my son, I'm telling you, such a nice one. How many years old? Only 4 months. Wait. That fellow, when he wakes up, he becomes his own individual. Then you will know what. He'll come back to me after 10 years. Let me see what he says. Rakshasa. Why? Because he started expressing himself. His own vasanas come to manifest. So the desires are unmanifest like a seed sitting there in us. And situations and circumstances outside will trigger it. You can't even decide what to desire. Now some people go for window shopping. For what? Whatever vasanas they have to come out. It's like a vomiting. Even whatever you do not want also you buy. Why? It is on sale. You don't want it. Sale. Kaam mein aa jayega. Sometime I will use it. That is what is taking up most of your garage space. Never opened boxes. Sitting there, vasanas have not become manifest. Sitting there in a garage. So these impressions that are there in us, which are yet to manifest, are vasanas, manifested desires. And you don't even know that when the desires are not met, not properly accomplished, becomes a rage and the force with which they come out. Most of the human relationships are ruined because of very reason my desires are not met. My expectations are not met. What I want did not happen. Kama esha krodha. That's why here he says Kama krodhodbhavam vegam. Vegam, the rage, the force. It's like the water that is coming from the mountains reaching to the ocean. What a speed in which it goes, isn't it? Drop by drop the rain falls onto the mountain, but once it is collected to become, it is a small little streams, no doubt. But once the streams come together and slowly gathering momentum to become river, if you've seen the Ganges for that matter, if you go to the Gomukh, it is just a drop by drop water coming down. Go to Gangotri, you cannot put your fan there. It will hit and in your whole bones will be broken. Such a speed. The speed, momentum is because of the collected amount of quantity. And the intention with the force with which it is wanting to reach that destination. Similarly, the desires have a greater and greater momentum as you start collecting more and more, and at some point of time you have no control over it. It will smother you completely. Make it into a pulp. All those people who have committed crime against their own will are those people who are victims of their own desires. Kama krodha udbhavam vegam. He who is able to withstand that requires an enormous amount of tenacity. Yaha shaknodi haiva sodum prak sharira vimokshanat. Before the fall of the body. That means, in this very birth itself, while you are living itself, it is possible. It's not Krishna gives a hypothetical. If in case a person is able to do that, before the fall of the body, then he may be happy. No. If that is the case, nobody is going to follow that. Why? It will never happen. But before the fall of this body, prak sharira vimokshanat. And sodum sahishnum shaknoti. It is not that he is going to deny that he has a desire. Denial of desire is not going to end it. I don't have a desire. By saying so, it's not going to end this. Lord Buddha also, while sitting in deep meditation, while so many different desires arose in his mind, he said that no, I am not going to follow this. I am not going to do this. And he tortured his body also, not eating properly, not sleeping. He said, one day he realized, this is so wrong. What am I torturing here? In India, if you don't eat for a long time and sit down, you will become sadhu. Everybody started worshipping. Sadhu never ate. People never spoke, and sadhu never spoke, therefore he must be sadhu. And one day he decided, okay, let me eat. Everybody left. Sadhu Baba, he is eating also. He realized that that is unnecessary torturing of my body. It is not something to do with the body anyway. Enlightenment is not happening at the body level. So when he realized it is a question of making a choice, it is not denial. It is not, no, I don't have a desire. Neither by denying it, nor by indulging in it, I am going to get out of it. So not the two opposite. That's why he took the middle path. Neither indulging in that, nor denying in it, can ever I get rid of this. It's not possible. So intelligently I have to make a choice here. Certain compromise, certain giving in. Certain compromise, certain giving. At some point where you know exactly where to meet it. Even before it arises, ask the question, why? What is that fanciness that I have about a thing that causes me desire? Question the very source. Why am I desiring this? I never ask because everybody does the same thing, therefore I will also do it. This is how most of us are. Why are you doing this? Everybody does. Everybody is a fool. You want to become a fool also. That's why he is a Buddha. Right? He asked that question, why? Why should I? He awakened to the possibility that I don't need to follow the demands of my senses. So the source of it is the illusory idea that the worldly things or the objects have got desire, happiness as their content. I don't know whether I told you this story. Please tell me if I am repeating. There was a man, rich person, all right. Lot of money he had gathered over a period of time, but he was not at all happy with the money that he had. And he accumulated so much money and other things, he met all his needs all right, but still not happy. So one day he decided that I will look for happiness. And he heard that there is a sadhu, as a sannyasi has come into the town. And he seems to be having last name Ananda. Not all of us have Ananda. Ishwarananda, Tejomaya Ananda, Chinmaya Ananda. So that sadhu must be happy. So I have to find out the secret. Did I tell you what this story? No, then it's good. So he said, I will go and ask him. So he took all that money and then jewelry and then all these things. He put a bundle of that. He took it up, went to him. Put it in front of him. Maharaj, Batao, please tell me about the secret of your happiness. So that sadhu was sitting there smiling. Yes. Please tell me the secret of your happiness. Who are you? So he said that I have made a lot of money and then I had a big business and then I have this. Everything is in front of you. See, he saw. Golden coins and jewelry and so many things, even diamonds and everything. He looked at that fellow, looked at him. He suddenly got up and took the whole bundle and started running. That sadhu. He ran and ran. This fellow said, oh my God, I thought he's a real sadhu, Baba, he's a fake. He started running behind you. My money, oh my money. He ran, then because this fellow has eaten enough, then he is so bulky and he could not run as much, as fast as he could, and the other fellow could. That sadhu Baba never ate for a long time, so he was so thin. Fast. Finally, he went all around the place. Finally, the sadhu Baba came to the same place where he started. Put the bundle in front of him and sat. He took that whole thing, but oh, thank God. I thought that you are a real sadhu and you are such a fake. So the sadhu Baba looked at him and said, are you happy now? I'm so happy I got back my money. So what did you want first? What is that you wanted first for which you came to me? Happiness. You got it, now go home. Correct or not? Suddenly he realized, you asked for it, I gave it to you. But this is mine. And then why you are unhappy with that before? You gave and gave it to me, saying that you are unhappy with that. Now with the same thing you are happy. What has happened in between? What happened? What you did not find, when you find it back, you think that this money is not the happiness, and therefore you are ready to give up. And when you got that same money back, you said you are happy. What is that which you have lost before that you have gained? A false idea of happiness, which you have now about this wealth. Earlier it was there with you. You are not happy. Now you got back it. You are happy. So where is happiness? Tell me. That person sat down. You tell me. He said, happiness actually is in you. When you start looking for outside, it apparently looks like it is evading you. Because you are looking for it outside. And when you got back the money, it had an illusion of as though you got it back. It's neither it is outside nor you got it. You always have it. When your attention shifts onto something else, it eludes. So please become aware that that which we are seeking actually is within, and the external world is a catalyst. It gives a glimpse of as though you are happy, giving you happiness, and then when it is gone, again you are happy. So this, an apparent concept or the illusory idea that this is going to give me happiness, that triggers desire. You cannot desire something which you are not happy about. Can you be? Like small children, when they are afraid to go to the doctor, medical, because they give injection. Painful. Have you seen any child happily going to a doctor? You want to go to the doctor? Of course, yes. Unless that fellow gives a chocolate along with that injection, then it's okay. Because chocolate is what is making that happy, not that injection. So one lady was there, she was very diabetic because she used to love sweets so much. So her grandson was so concerned and she would not take medicine, pill. She would not take it. So he decided, okay, if she is not taking medicine, let me put it in a candy inside. Give it to her. She would not even know. Give it to her. 2-3 days, she ate. So one day he went to her room and said, so nowadays how do you feel? Very good, the candies are really good. Only thing is that inside that seed, no, I spit it out. So the child is not happy to go to the doctor to get injected. The candy that's making that. So no one desires anything which one is not happy about. So the apparent idea of happiness in something is there, then there is a birth of desire. So the source has to be killed. Not just merely repeating, I have no desire, I have no desire, I have no desire. So he the one who is capable of withstanding the force of desire. How to withstand? Ask the source, is it really, does it contain happiness, or it's my idea? Logically we can prove it that if an object has got the happiness content in that, the person who has it will not give it to you. Isn't it? Having pizza is happiness. That the pizza parlor fellow must be the most happy person. He is most unhappy about his job. As I often say, that Disneyland, most happy place in the world. The fellow who is working is most unhappy there. So where is that happening? It is in my perception of it. So therefore, it is that Vega, the force of happiness, cannot be contained by merely denying it. But ask this question, why am I desiring about this? What is it which is causing me desire this? My idea of happiness. You understood that concept? Now, why do I ask for happiness? Because I am basically unhappy. That's why I am looking for it anywhere else. Because I am unhappy, looking for happiness, and looking for happiness in an object, therefore I desire it, and then the desire comes and attacks me again. Unless I give it, I will be miserable. So the approach of Vedanta is find the source of happiness in you. Until then, the problem will not be solved. It will come in one form or the other. This is a tea or a coffee? Swamiji, I don't find coffee any more happy. Why tea? So coffee is replaced by tea, tea is replaced with that, something or the other. When you are young, you are happy about toys and other things. After some time, something else. After that is something else. It never ends. It only changes its form. Like Gujarati, whether it's a dal or a sabji, different forms of sugar only will come to us. Anything and everything will have good in it. Very good in it. Only its shapes are changed. So you will find that the desire, which so long as you think it is the happiness is out there, it will come in various forms and keep you occupied. So a person who is able to withstand the force of the desire which demands him to act. Sakno dihaiva yasodam praksharira vimokshanat. Somebody would say, Swamiji, it is not going to happen in this life, let me die. I think death is the best answer for this. After death, I will be very happy. Of course, others will be, but you. So if you say, I am going to die, after that I will be happy. Oh, after dying, who is going to be happy? Me. Who is this me you are talking about after death? After my body is gone, I will be happy. Who is this? Who is other than the body, who remains to be happy after the death of the body? Who is that? I. Is that I even now is there? Yes. Then what's the problem? Body is giving me trouble. Understand, you are not that. As much as you say after the death of the body I will be happy, even now you are different from that only. But I am unable to detach myself from the demands of this. So you accept that it is your inability to let go of the physical, not able to see yourself independent of this collection of matter. So the Vedanta says, recognize yourself as independent of this. Therefore, even while living in this world, even while living in this body, sharirastopi kaunteya na karoti na lipyate. Even as in the physical body, recognize yourself as the akarta atma, the self which is not a doer, unaffected by this. Such a person, kama krododbhavam vegam yaha shaknodi eva sodam shaknodi sasukhi naraha. He is the most joyful person in this world. And why is that he is able to withstand, and how he has discovered his joy within himself? Krishna himself explains. As I said, he puts a question or a idea, and then he will answer that himself. The next verse he says, Yontas sukontara ramaha tatantar jyotirevayah sayogi brahma nirvanam Brahma bhuto dhigacchati Yontas sukontararamaha tadantarjyotirevayah sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhutodhigacchati. In Hindi you have this word, aram se baito. Aram. It's a Sanskrit word, aramate. Revels in himself. Yo yaha antasukhe arama. Yontasukho antar aramaha. Antar within. Aramaha. Aramate. Antasukhe. The joy within in that. Antasukhe antar aramaha. There's twice he has written the antar word. One whose happiness is within and one who rejoices within. We all know theoretically, if by this time, I presume, I hope, and your friend says, you are going to this Gita class, what have you learned? Joy is within. Okay. So he thinks, becoming wise, huh? Yeah. But can we go for a drink? Right? Just now you said Antararam, Antasukha. Why do you want a drink there? That is theory, but practically. So you may have an idea that it is inside, but you are not able to revel or stay there. Antar Sukhe Antararam. He is not only have discovered the joy is within, but he stays there only. And it is what? Antarjyoti eva. It is a light within. That is called enlightenment. Within is the light. What do you mean by within is the light? See, you are able to see each other in this hall because there is a light. If the light is switched off, you may be here, but you do not know who is next to you or who is in front of you. Why? No light. So, what he is there within is not an idea, a concept, an illusion, a presumption. For him, it is clear, like it is well lit. Antarjyoti. The concept of Jyoti, therefore, the light which we worship, even as we put it in front of God, there is Chinmaya Jyoti, when we say, that is Antarjyoti, the light within consciousness. That Jyoti, that light, because of which one is very clear, it is no ambiguity thereafter. Once the light is there, you see clearly, this is very clear, you see it. So there is no assumption or there is no doubt about that. So that is why it is said, when you listen from the teacher, you listen with certain amount of skepticism. Is it not? He is saying, but I am not sure whether really it is there or not. You are agnostic about it. Maybe. So when you are listening, you are not listening with a total faith. We all do that because of our intellect that is there, which always doubts. So you listen with certain amount of apprehension. Possible. It's a hypothesis, probably. But then it is necessary that having listened, you start looking at the logic behind that. Why is it so? How is it so? Why not? How not? This is called mananam, where you start reflecting on that. Most of the people, I am not saying you alone, well, they listen and then they forget about it. And so it doesn't consolidate, you cannot consolidate it, you cannot concretize it. Unless you reflect on it. Why it is so, how it is so. That's mananam. In that mananam, what happens is the rationality, the logic, the reasoning behind that becomes clear. But not an experience. The experience takes place only when you do nididhyasana, contemplation. It becomes one's own experience. Once it has become your own experience, absolutely no doubt. That is called antarjyoti, light within, meaning absolutely no doubt. Just like when you put a light, everything is so clear, there is no darkness anywhere. So that's why it immediately says, Brahma Nirvanam Sayogi Brahma Bhutah Adhigacchati. Then he reaches the state of Nirvana. Nirvana means where there is no vana or darkness. I mean, there is no fire of ignorance which burns otherwise. Or otherwise known as Nirbhana. Nirbhana. In verb, there is always a interchange, especially in Bengal. Instead of va, they say ba. Bhojan ke liye aa jao. Bhojan ke liye aa jao. So you thought that they are calling for food. Their vachan only going on, not bhojan. So, va, there is an interchange. So, nirvana, actually nirbhana. Bhana means shaft, arrow. The arrow of ignorance no more will hit you. You will not be injured by your own ignorance ever. It's called nirvana or nibbana. In Buddhist literature, it's called nibbana. And that became Japan. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, because their original name of Japan is Nibbana, as you probably know. There are stamps which is Nibbana. Nibbana is Nirvana. Nirvana means Nirvana. Nirvana means moksha. Not that you go to Japan with moksha. Not that way. So, that is a Buddhist term, Nibbana. Nirvanam. Vana means fire. Nirvana means extinguishing that fire. So, Brahma Nirvanam meaning having gained that nature of the reality, realized that there is no more burning through the ignorance. Brahma Nirvanam, Brahma Bhutah, one who has become that one with that higher nature, Adhigacchati, he reaches. Brahma Nirvanam Adhigacchati, Brahma Bhutah. He reaches the state of liberation, having reached to which there is no more burning. Actually, desire burns inside. When a person is having some desire, it burns in, right? Oh, if I don't get it, that anxiety is nothing but that inner burning. That is no more. That burning fire is replaced with jyoti. That's a beautiful, word usage here. When you have a fire on one hand, when you have a lamp on the other, what is the difference? Uncontrolled, controlled. Isn't it? The fire that is burning, you have absolutely no control with them. It will keep burning and burning more and more. Put anything, it will burn. It will want more. That's the nature of desire. Whereas nature of wisdom is light. It enlightens, it shows. And it is beautiful and well controlled. While the desire is like a burning fire, knowledge is like a lit lamp. So therefore here he says antarjyotihi. It is the inner light and not a burning desire. So here, he who has recognized the joy within which is permanent, and he who revels in that and recognizes that inner light is no more burnt by the fire of ignorance, having reached the state of clear understanding of who he is. Brahma Bhutaha Brahma Nirvanam Adhigacchati. Yaha Antas Sukhaha Antar Aramaha Antar Jyoti Eva Saha. He who has become one with that light within. That's why in all religions, the stage of freedom is always as light, isn't it? The light of Christ, the Jyoti of the Lord, it's always indicated as something bright, something light. The light of wisdom, they say. They don't say the fire of wisdom. Usually it is not. Fire of wisdom is also used to where you burn all other things. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Announcement.